Out by Wesley, west of Britt, the resurfacing project that's going well. Um, Liger and Pilot Cars, as they are doing the resurfacing out there right now. That project's going to take a while. It'll go into late November, so we'll keep updating you on that. The US 65 bridge at Sheffield is going well, on schedule. We're looking at probably late October, early November with that one. The deck overlay east of Manly and Iowa 9. There was a deck pour on the closed portion of that last week. Hopefully later this week they'll be switching sides so they can get to work on the other side, and that should only take a few weeks, and that will be completed since, like I said, that is a small bridge. Some of the ones we touched on last week that we're going to start this week are about to start. Tomorrow on I-35 over down by, I guess, the Iowa 3 turnoff where you would head east to Hampton. There
Okay.
will be a right lane closure underneath the bridge, more or less, for both north and southbound traffic. We're going to do some resurfacing in that area. We've had a few issues down there, so we want to get that taken care of so the ride is a lot better. And then the microsurfacing project on the Iowa 9 exit ramps for I-35. That will also start tomorrow. The ramps will be open, but it's going to be tight because they'll be doing half at a time. Should only take a day or two, but be aware of that. So that's those two projects are the new ones that'll be starting tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well, good deal. Hopefully, and of course, don't forget, people can always go and follow the app that you can download on your phone or on your computer before you take off for any trips.
Yep, that is exactly right. 511ia.org on the computer or 511ia for the app to download, and it'll keep you updated as to where the road construction projects are and what you'll have to be aware of when you get to them.
Yeah, and yeah, so make sure you do that because otherwise you go, man, I didn't realize they had a detour, and then you have a wife chirping in your ear, going, well, if you'd listen to Pete.
This seems to be a repeating story, Jay.
I do listen, Pete.
It's
I
not
listen
the
all
first
the
time I've heard you say this.
Yeah, yeah, but I haven't had any detours here recently.
Good, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Went to Lake Mills this past weekend. No road construction.
No, everything's pretty clear up that way.
Yeah, see, so
Yeah.
and we drove in separate cars.
Well, I guess I don't even need to know why that happened.
well, because she wanted to go early and I didn't really want to.
Gotcha.
Vikings were playing at noon, Pete.
I was well aware, believe me.
Yeah, I know. You got to watch the kickoff, and then I can go. Okay, I'll be up there about. Party started at 1, and I said I'll be there about 1:45.
How'd you make it?
I made it.
Good.
I made
Good.
10 minutes to spare.
You are on time. That's important.
Exactly. Not very often. Not very. I'm off early for things like that.
You're right.
Yeah, I was early for that this week, and I was also early for a meeting. Which, if I had read my emails, then I would have known that it started a half hour later instead of the time that I got there. I'm going, you got to be kidding me.
So were you early or lucky?
Well, yeah, I was about 40 minutes early.
Exactly.
So I'm going, I got a couple of errands to run. I'll be back.
Sure.
So you're going to be late.
Right. Yeah.
I go, yeah. No, it doesn't count because I was already here once. So
I'm usually the kind who I'm running ahead of schedule. I think, oh, I'm ahead of schedule. I can do a couple other things. And all of a sudden I look and I'm like, oh boy, I better hurry. I'm going to be late.
yeah, exactly. And then you hit every single red light. If we had roundabouts in this town, we'd be able to get there a little quicker.
Yeah, it'd be totally taken care of.
See, that's what people got to think about when you think about, oh, I don't know if I like these roundabout things, yeah, you got to think about that.
That's exactly right. No
Yeah.
red lights.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Viking game ended up pretty good over the weekend.
That was a little too exciting, but at least it ended well.
Right, exactly. And I couldn't hear anything because my daughter had the TV turned on. We're up there for a birthday party for my grandson.
Okay. Cool.
Turned 1.
I was just going to say, how old?
Yeah, 1. And we watched the TV on mute.
Well, at least you got to see it.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I heard much because I was doing a little bit of yelling at the end either, so I'm not quite sure what the announcer said either.
Yeah. Were you sitting down and then jumped up and started screaming and yelling?
Actually, no, I think I was already standing.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
You're one of those pacers too, like me?
Yeah, kind of am. I had my 2 TV set up going in the garage and just kind of pacing back and forth, and my wife was in there kind of laughing at me and watching with me.
I know, you'd think that you see more of that on social media.
What's that?
Well, if you dancing around or whatever.
Oh, no, I don't dance. I just pace. There's a difference, believe me.
You don't have the Viking skull dance in the end zone
No,
dance?
no,
Nothing like that.
no. I'm more or less just a big fist pump and maybe a scream, and then I sit down again.
The one thing you got to really worry about too is you got to make sure you're in a high enough ceiling,
Yes.
basement or garage or whatever, so you don't punch a hole in the ceiling when you get excited jumping up and down.
I did have to laugh on Saturday night when Cooper DeJean for the Hawkeyes picked off the pass and returned it for a touchdown, and I gave out a big yell when I looked across the street and my neighbor was on the porch, kind of giggling.
Yeah, it's amazing when you have neighbors around, Pete. You got to watch what you're doing in the front yard.
Oh, he's used to it. I don't think it surprised him a bit.
Yeah. See, I got a big on Saturdays. I got the Cyclone flag hanging out in front of the house, and then if they win, I like to keep that up and as long as I can. But of course, the Vikings have played the next day, then it gets replaced by the Viking flag. And if Vikings win, that stays out there for a while.
I haven't gotten to the flag level yet, but it's probably in the future.
Somebody's going to steal it the other day. A Bears fan was going to steal it, put a Bears flag in there.
Gotta be careful.
I know. I'm waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
One of my neighbors,
use a little security camera.
That's why I have a Ring doorbell, Pete.
Yeah, there you go.
So keep that in mind.
Yup.
When you move into a new neighborhood, you got, Saints fans, you got 49er fans, you got Viking fans. So it's like, you got to watch out when you play the Saints. Well, we play the Saints coming up on Sunday.
Yep. 8:30.
I'm skipping church.
Yeah. I have to get up early.
Yep. I'm going to skip church, have some breakfast, have a couple of beverages, get that day started early.
You're going to hopefully be cheering loudly and happy.
Well, hopefully anyway.
Those games where they travel that far always scare me. It just seems like they're never really in sync, but we'll see.
The good Lord's on my side that day. We'll have a happy day.
Well, maybe you better go to church then.
What, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was going to set up 2 TVs so I can stream it while they're.
There you go.
Hopefully, I don't have to use a few words that they wouldn't allow in church.
No. Don't need to go to that level.
Oh, I do, Pete.
Yeah, I know you do.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to lie. I'm probably there as well.
I think all of us, they need to come back with those, sell those foam bricks. So that way we can throw those at the TV and not break it.
I guess I don't have a foam brick, but my hat has been known to go across the garage a time or two.
You know what I hang on to? I hang on to a football at times.
Do you really?
I do. That's my something I got to hang on to. But yeah, I got a bum shoulder or elbow right now, so I don't.
That's right.
I can't really unleash the beast. Now, unless I want to be hurt again.
A little self-control has to come into play, huh?
It does, yeah. I found out I can't throw with my right hand or my right arm very well.
Yeah, that's kind of a hard way to learn that.
Yeah, I know it.
But you'll remember now.
Oh, yeah. You're like, it happens.
Gotcha.
Neighbor kids want to play catch. Sorry, dude, I can't.
Yep.
I can't throw the ball to you.
Underhand.
Right, exactly. So, but anyway, so good deal. Glad we got an update on the road reports and a little update on the old Viking fanship. And we'll see what happens Sunday. So
exactly.
So we're all skipping church on Sunday.
Yeah, and the funny thing is we'll have all day Sunday to be really happy or all day Sunday to be a little disappointed.
Right, I know. We can never have it a great day because you either having it at noon, got to get home from church, forget about eating. And that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea when you got a couple of beverages going into you. Or you got to wait until the afternoon or nighttime, and then you're still disappointed when you go to bed.
It's kind of that time of year where your weekends are kind of planned around a football game or games.
Isn't that terrible?
No, it's awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah, that's right. We're not going to lie about it.
Exactly.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth right here on this morning.
There you go.
Pete, have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks for catching up.
All right. You as well, Jay.
That's the good stuff. Well,